All right, we are back. Welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E538, a 1971p Cornelius Coin Company roll. How is everybody doing today? What a roll! 34 die varieties in the roll. Crazy. We will wait for a couple of people to join and we will get this roll started. 71p, not a lot of die varieties, but some a banging double die obverse. DDO number 1 is just great. I have never found a number 1, but I have found 2 and 3, and I found 7, I think it is. 1DO7? 1DO7, yes. And those we actually found during a reveal. There are a lot of the class 5s above the 7, kind of like the 1970. Frank McCain, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and get these coins out. I don't. I can tell you. Definitely don't. Dan, welcome. Just Blaine, welcome. Frank McCain, welcome. And we are getting started with Frank. Ooh, and he gets a crusty ender. Right here, we want to pay good attention there. The double die reverses, we'll be looking at the first 10 reverses unless I notice. If we were going to find one, it would be right in the center on the roof line, most likely. Nanostax, welcome to the show. Got some toning going on these. The enders looked really good. Well, I guess it didn't. I saw, oh, this must be the ender. All right. I did kind of dump them around a little bit. Little machine doubling on this coin. Coin number 3, Mickey. If you're into toners, so he's got some pretty good tone on them. Joseph, welcome to the show. You missed a great roll last roll. Coin number 4, Paul Hampton. A reminder, I'll be doing a reveal show for 2 weeks coming up before Christmas. And I will probably be doing one 2 weeks before, for 2 weeks during the New Year's holiday. Then I'll go back to weekly. Got a surprise coming up for Christmas. some little mid to late die state coins. The reverses are kind of nice. Pardon me. That's got, it looks like a little struck through there. Let's see if this is a struck through or a gouge. It is a gouge. The last roll had 34 die varieties in it. 1DO 5, 9, 10, and 11, and one that is unidentified so far. Lots of die varieties for the taking. So far, this roll, not unexpected. You can't find the stuff if you don't look for it, because there is a huge double die for 71p. Ken of mine, welcome. Saturday, or tomorrow, I'll be doing a 53D roll. I do have to fire the heat gun up to get it out. And then I got a 55p roll I'm doing also. And then I'll be doing a roll Monday before the show. And I haven't decided. If you have anything you want me to do a reveal on, just let me know. I know there are typical dates that everybody likes to see. But definitely over the holiday season, pick some dates. Get something new. I haven't. My fear with the freezer is, well, it wouldn't be too bad today, is going from the cold to the heat, we might get moisture on them. They might start sweating. I do know people, though, that take them from the freezer and dip them in boiling water. I have heard of that. I have never did it. The heat gun only takes 5 minutes or so. And as long as you wear gloves, the problem is every once in a while you get a coin that you can't get out of the tube, and you basically got to cut the tube apart to get it out. But that's very rare. Good to see Stonecutter back in the thick of things. Coin number 12, Taco John. So far, nothing. That last roll spoiled me. I think that last roll took us nearly an hour to go through. This roll is definitely going faster. That is true. That is true. And when they put them in the freezer, you put them in the freezer, and I'm sure they let them stand for 5 minutes and then try dumping, because the plastic probably expands before the copper expands. That's with the heat gun, that's what you're trying to go for, is you're trying to make the plastic expand and not get the pennies or the cents too hot. And I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes getting them out of the tubes, is they overheat the tubes. You just start heating the tubes and start kind of tapping it on a towel on a table, the end of the tube, and all of a sudden they start falling out usually. Guess on Frostbite's channel we'll be talking about the New Orleans Mint tomorrow. At least that's, I think, is the tentative plan. And Chuck has reveals that he owes you. He will get to them. If you get your sheet and they're missing, it'll say that he does have some that should be arriving, 7 rolls that should be arriving to me in the next couple days. I am going to try and get those sorted as fast as possible to get the majority out. The ones that he owes, he will be doing them. He's been busy, and he said that he will get them done at when he can. He's just been like overwhelmed with stuff. So just be guaranteed that you will get your stuff. Coin number 18, Brad. Earlier die state than the other coins that we've seen so far. All right, Joseph, take it easy. Glad you could make it. Coin number 20, Shinbone. Little machine doubling on the Tia Trust. Coin 21, Mickey. Anybody done any roll searching lately? I got some rolls that I plan on searching over the Christmas holiday. I got some pocket change, a whole bag full that I need to go through. I might do that. I might take that bag out and start going through that stuff. That way I can take it to the bank. Coin 24, Jim Fletcher. So not an eventful roll like the last roll. But if it would have been, these double dies are worth some money when you get them in 71. That number 1, I don't know what that, I think that number 1 is a big one. Yeah, if you get it in a good BU, it's probably $400 or $500. Coin 26, Tim Weber. Yeah, I don't get no more Lincoln cents for a while from the bank. My teller next door, or the assistant manager next door, come over and said Brinks told her no more Lincoln cents for the bank until that they can satisfy all their business clients' needs. So basically, they're giving all the Lincoln cents they have to the stores that are running the self-checkout aisles that need to have the auto changers. And I do know for a while around here, every one of them was card only. And I went to Publix the other day, and they had theirs open with cash and card. So, been wrapping for hours. What are you wrapping? Yeah, she told me if a customer comes in and drops off a bunch of roll or a bunch of coins, she'll get them for me, but she can't get anything from the armor service at all. Oh, nice. You're lucky that they're doing that. Yeah, you're very fortunate that they're even allowing you to do that. Because I even told her, I says, I've got a bunch of junk stuff that if you want it. And she says, well, no. She says, if you want to get rid of it, just let me know, but I don't need it either. Yeah, take it while you can. Coin 31, Crispy. Good to see Crispy back in the swing of things. '71 was a year they had some weird pitting on the dies. I'm not sure what caused it, but it's very unique die where 70 had it also. It almost looks like there's like salt standing on it. I have heard different reasonings for it, but I'm just not sure. I've heard it was wear, and I've heard it was premature wear. So I'm not actually sure which one it is. Well, the chance of that, Frank, is pretty slim. I've always been a believer that most of the mules were made from within inside the mint. And I mean, I guess you can have it struck on the wrong blank, but a mule is usually the obverse of one and a reverse of another. And I just think that it has to be almost purposely done. But you're right, it would be a great find. And they've been found. Great stuff has been found in pocket change. So don't quit looking through pocket change. But there's way too many people that just, they think it's easy to find this stuff. If all this stuff was easy to find, it wouldn't be worth anything. There is a penny dime is a mule. Now, a penny struck on a dime planchet is not a mule. It would be a penny obverse with a dime reverse, or the opposite, or like they call the 59 wheat cent a mule because it was paired with a die that it wasn't supposed to be paired with. Now, when you start seeing stuff, we just kind of had this talk. It's not really possible the way dies are made to have half dollars and pennies and quarters. It has to be like sized, because the collars and all that are different in different size. So that would be the one that would be the most possible kin of mine. And to happen in this day and age, I know we've been talking about that on Frostbite's channel too, about they've got technology that basically a computer looks at every coin that's struck. It's taking a picture of every coin. So if it saw something like that, it would shut the presses right down. I've found cuds before. I actually found some big cuds. My problem was I didn't have any desire to keep them, so they just went back into the change. When I first started doing this, all I collected was RPMs. Then I got interested in finding the big double dies. Like I found a 95 DDO number 1. Then I started looking for the double dies like 83 DDR, 84 DDO, a 97 DDO, stuff like that. And I started looking. I looked for double dies when I looked for RPMs, but I didn't search a whole lot of Philadelphia coins because they didn't have RPMs in them. I'm relatively new in comparison to how long I've been doing RPMs. RPMs are coming up on, I think, 28 years now. When I started looking at them, 27 years. The double dies, I probably started looking, even though I was looking at for them around 98, 99 also. All double dies, like the doubled eyelids and stuff like that, that's probably since maybe 2005 or so, 2004. Yeah, I didn't keep them. That was like toners. I can remember I had a coin business, and I would go through rolls, and they would have all these toned dark coins like this, and I never understood. People would buy them up, and I would say, "Man, these people are I'm killing it." I would make a roll with different dates, just a roll of toners out of my junk bucket. Now, if it was like a big clip or a broad strike or a die cap, I would keep that stuff, but I didn't collect it. Yeah, now they can't get in and out with it though. Technology has came a long way since these real famous coins have come out. In the olden days, yeah, you're right. Probably even more underpaid than they are now. Coin 48, Mark. almost done with this roll. See, you get a roll with nothing in it. They take a half hour, 25 minutes. You get a roll with a lot of stuff in it. They take an hour and a half. Heck, I probably got another 5 hours worth of work on that roll. But I love doing that stuff. That's actually what I live for. I get the satisfaction out of looking at this stuff the same as if I find it for myself. Alrighty, and that is the roll. Unfortunately, we find nothing. I want to thank everybody for joining. I will be back tomorrow with this roll right here, the Megrig tube. And again, I want to thank everybody for joining. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. And if I don't see you tomorrow at the reveal or at Frostbites, I will see you in the neighborhood. We'll talk to you later.